What up, y'all? It's Brighton, and today I will be showing you how to make Gambit's staff for Marvel Rivals, because Gambit never folds. So as you can see, this thing is pretty damn tall. It is about 6 feet tall, and I already went ahead and got this 6 foot long wooden dowel, and I cut it down to size. It's about 1 inch in diameter, and it all just fits together, and it all just screws together like that. The file is awesome. I will have it linked in the video. But for now, what I'm thinking we're gonna do is we're gonna hit this with 120 grit sandpaper and just kind of see where we get to. All right, next step, y'all, is to fill this shit in with some primer and use your PPE. All right, now that we have got all of these parts primed in, they're looking pretty smooth already, so I'm just gonna slap some black on the handle right there and then some silver on the rest. All right, now that I've got some of these pieces painted silver, I looked at them and they're not as smooth as I want them to be, so I'm gonna hit them with a little wet sanding and see how they look. All right, one thing I forgot to mention about the grip is that I'm gonna be using some Plasti Dip because, you know, it's a grip, whatever. It's really hot in my garage, so sweating like a pig. But, see you guys in a sec. All right, now we gotta paint a little bit of detail work with some acrylic paint, and it'll be basically done. All right, now that I've got all those fun detail pieces painted, I am going to glue it onto the wooden dowel that I've got here and then add a little bit more details. All right, and the end result is this. Don't know if you guys can see the full thing in the frame, but it is done. It was a really quick project, honestly. I don't know if you guys can see it because of how crappy the lighting is, but there is a little bit of weathering on this to make it look like it is worn, and that's because this thing can be spun around pretty easily. You can do some pretty cool stuff with it. And that's also because of how I glued in the dowel, because this thing is solid and it is staying the way that it is unless you really hit someone with it. And yeah, I like the way that this thing looks, but I feel like I'm missing a few things. So guess that means that I'll see you guys in part 2 of my Gambit cosplay. See you then.